Hi, everybody. This is Kathy Pike with the Academy for Coaching with Horses, and I'm so excited to be here with you today. This month, I'm doing my newsletter as a video, and I have some exciting things that I want to share with you today. Some things to inspire you, and then, of course, to let you know what's going on in my new world here in Southern Colorado. For those of you who've been following me on Facebook, you know that it's been a really snowy winter down here. More snow than I've dealt with in many years, but the horses are doing great. We've figured out how to make it workable for them. They're all very happy. And today I'm really thrilled because when I went out to scratch on everybody, a bunch of hair came off in my hands. So that means spring is coming. For a while there, I was really wondering if it was ever going to come. I've spent a lot of time dealing with snow this year, to be honest with you. And just had a storm this last week, and we have another storm coming in Wednesday. So I feel like I am being tested big time with all this weather, but we're doing it. You know, it's a one moment at a time, and there's a level of surrender, and there's a level of being unattached that needs to happen. So it's been very beautiful, but intense at the same time. And lots of good things are happening in the background or behind the scenes that I haven't shared with you. Many of you know that I have been through tremendous amount of change this last year, a lot of loss. And then I also did relocate to Southern Colorado, where the desert meets the mountains, and there's rivers and pine trees, and very close to Mesa Verde, which has the largest amount of ruins from Native Americans than any other place in the whole world, actually. So there's a lot of powerful energy here. There's even some wild mustangs just around west and north of me. So it's a beautiful location. I invite you to come down and be with me at some point this summer. And I'll tell you more about all that a little bit, or in a little bit. But first, many of you know that I wrote 2 different Oracle card decks the last, it's been a year and a half, I think, that I've been working on these decks. And I wanted to share a card with you today. I was like, well, why not? They're coming out in June, and I'm not going to read the entire card, but I want to share a card with you. And I did check in intuitively to see what is the card for everybody. And the one that I was told to show is just so fabulous and so beautiful. You're going to love it. The art of the card is actually done by Lori Prindle. And interestingly enough, a man in Australia connected the two of us to create this card deck. And ironically, when I was living in Berthoud, she lived 5 houses down from my house. We had never met. So a man contacts us from Blue Angel, Tony, and says, hey, how about doing a card deck? And I've got this artist, and she lives in the United States too. Oh, I think she's from Colorado too. And then lo and behold, she's 5 doors down from me. So we got to meet in person. She took some pictures of my herd. Fabulous lady, beautiful artwork. And I'm over the moon excited to have you experience these cards and get them into your hands. It is going to be probably about June before they're available, just because of all the shipping delays right now. Anyhow, let's get to a card I want to share with you. Okay, I got to find it, so hold on here. Okay, actually, first, I want to show you the actual image for the card deck. Hopefully you can see that. Beautiful, fiery red. This is the Masari War Pony. And again, the artwork is done by Lori Prindle, and I did all of the text and all of the copy for it. So every card, just like any Oracle card deck, has a message for everybody that we can listen to if we want to, work with it if we want to, or not. So, okay, let me figure out the next step here. Hold on. All right, I'm gonna stop that sharing and then I'm gonna share again. And this is the card that I drew for you all to see currently. And I was really excited for this card. And when it came up, I realized, oh, this is perfect because it also rolls in with the topic that's going to be covered in my monthly energy intensive. Every month I'm doing a class, an energy intensive class where we have fun doing all sorts of things. One of the things that we do is I sometimes, not always, I draw one of these cards to share with everybody, and I pull from the collective of the group in order to find the appropriate card. We also do a meditation. I offer some sort of process to clear energy. And I also do some animal communication, which is super fun and sometimes very profound. And then if people want laser coaching, then they can also sign in for laser coaching to help them move along in their lives. So it's this beautiful experience. It's a 2-hour class on a Sunday afternoon. The next one's March 12th. And everybody leaves with something. There's a recording so people can listen to it later. And this, in March, we're doing a spring cleaning. It's a cleansing. And one thing I've been working on quite a bit the last couple of months is cleansing a lot of the ancestral beliefs or patterns that maybe worked at one point for my ancestors, but it's not working for me at this point in my life. So I'm cleansing and clearing and healing those patterns. And I'm also working with some of the land here where I have found myself, because it too carries a lot of memory of the people who have been here and the things that have happened here. And at my old home in Berthoud, I did a lot of clearing and cleansing on that land. And then a lot of work happened on that land. And it created a particular atmosphere and container for people to come into where they felt safe and where negative energies and old patterns can be transmuted or were transmuted, and a lot of healing happened. So that's what I'm working on here at the new land. And then also for myself, as I'm evolving, just like you are, part of that evolutionary process is taking responsibility for what we have going on that's not even ours. And it could be subconscious beliefs or ways of looking at the world or how we respond, emotional triggers. A lot of it can be, again, not even ours, but from our lineage, from our ancestors, ingrained in us since we were a small child. So this beautiful image is called Canyon Dancer. And I love this image. If you look closely at this horse, you will see, I don't know if my cursor will show up for you or not, but we've got the Canyonlands right on his cheek, beautiful pillars of sandstone also in his neck. And you go down into his shoulder area and you see more pillars and a beautiful mountain and sunset, all in the style of American, Native American art or energy. And then in his belly, you can see all the horses on his hide, all running. Really beautiful, beautiful red handprint on his rear. And then these gorgeous eagle and turkey feathers behind him. This is a very powerful spiritual card that Lori created. And she called it Canyon Dancer. And I kept the name Canyon Dancer. And I'd like to share, I'm not going to read the whole entire card, but I wanted to share you the essence of this card. And you might be catching on to the essence of it already. But, and it's similar to what I was talking about. Canyon Dancer carries the images of the Canyonlands and his herd in his coat. It is time for him to leave his herd and bound into the world to create his destiny. You carry more history within yourselves than the years you have been on this planet. The history and memories of your ancestors' lives are part of you, regardless of whether you're aware of them. There are wisdoms and limitations within cellular memories. Your tremendous history can bring a weight of responsibility, expectation, or conformity. Reviewing where you came from and where your free will, you decide by engaging that free will, where your free will is going to take you is all up to you. Canyon Dancer invites you to honor all that your ancestors experienced to determine what to leave behind and what you will carry forward. It's time to break away and be free of any of the bonds that currently hold you back. Canyon Dancer is here to remind you of where you came from and where you wish to be. Align yourself so you can evolve in the way of your choosing. And then each card has several questions. And mind you, I've just picked out like 6 sentences from the card. Each card has 4 questions at the end. And the one that I highlighted for you today to look at is part of your ancestral lineage holding you back? What might be possible if you release those beliefs and ways of being? And this is not to make where we came from or who we came from wrong, but instead to realize that all evolution is healing in its natural way. I mean, that's what evolution is. We heal, we reformulate different ways of seeing the world and being in the world. We get different creative ideas, and then evolution happens. New ideas, new growth, new ways of being, new perspectives, new solutions. It's all evolution. But if we continue with the old ways, we get stuck, we get jammed. And I don't know about you, but for me, every time that I've made a big change in my life, or when I want to take on a project like writing 2 Oracle card decks, there's work for me to do. There's things for me to clear, and there's things for me to let go of that are limiting my ability to step into it, own it, have it, share it, be with it, whatever it might be. Because as I evolve, I need to decide, what part of my lineage am I taking forward? What needs to be healed? And who am I as an authentic individual? What am I here to share? What am I here to be excited about? And through my own enthusiasm and desire to explore it, I can share that with others, and they too can have passion and be expanded and be touched and be connected. So we all have something, and you're listening to this and still listening to this because your something wants to come out either more or it wants to come out. So I invite you to consider this beautiful image, consider the Canyon Dancer, and to look at what dance are you in right now? And what dance do you want to be in the future? And what must be left behind so that you can brazenly go forward with energy and light and boldness, just like this beautiful horse, this beautiful image with all the fiery colors behind him. And you can go out into the world with that same energy. And I, of course, would love to help you to do this, because so much of the work that I'm doing with the life coaching and then the coaching with horses is helping people step into their authenticity, helping them really get deep into themselves and find that part of themselves that they may have lost a long time ago. And as we get older, it takes maybe a little bit more work to do that, maybe not, depending on your circumstances. You might feel that you're living your life authentically. And from what I've experienced, most people are still on the path of getting to that true, authentic expression. So one thing that you could do is definitely sit and reflect on that question that I offered. I'm going to share it again with you. Is part of your ancestral lineage holding you back? What might be possible if you release those beliefs and ways of being? Again, those ways of being can be how we react to things, different emotions that we carry, how we view the world, how we go about things. Those are all conditioned within inside of us. And it can go from our parents to our grandparents to their parents to their parents to their parents. And it can live in a very unconscious, subconscious level. So if you're interested in clearing more of that, and believe me, I did not plan this out. This was the card that was drawn after I set the title for March's monthly energy intensive. And the title for this month is Cleanse and Clear What Is Not Yours. So this happens on March 12th at 1:00 p.m. Mountain Time. That's on a Sunday. We'll spend 2 hours together. And if you go to the website, www.coachingwithhorses.com, and you go under personal growth, you'll see monthly intensives, or you can go to the calendar page and you'll see where you can sign up. It's different levels and it's great. I mean, usually there's 10 to 15 people. It's just a lovely community gathering. People who are showing up are sharing a same desire, and usually another topic will emerge during the call because it's very creative, it's very intuitive, and there's some big energy that gets shifted. Animal communications, we do all sorts of stuff. It's really, really fun. So if you're wanting to come and visit with me and visit with my herd and expand yourself through the wisdom of the horses, of course, I want you to come and experience my herd because they are beautiful and they have had a long winter of rest and maybe not so much rest, staying warm. They've had some brutal storms this winter, but man, my herd's tough. They're doing great. So if you're interested in coming and deepening into your own authentic self and clearing some past patterns and stepping further into your gift that you have for the world and connecting to Mother Nature, connecting with these beautiful horses. And I invite you to come to Emergence, find your true self in the herd. And that's going to happen May 12th through the 14th, and also again, June 9th through the 11th. So you'll want to get onto the calendar page, and again, under the personal development page off the main link or the bar, go under there, read all about it, come and be with me here on this gorgeous property and in this beautiful setting down here in Southern Colorado. It's truly spiritual. For those of you who can't travel, I know you saw that I did a big level 1 enrollment at the very start of the year, but I have been called to offer that again. So keep your eyes open and your ears open. I'm going to do another big enrollment. There's always great savings during those enrollments. And if you're not familiar with my level 1, it's a 10-week, deeply intensive program that's online with interactive time with me. That's going to take you from step 1 to step 10 on everything you need to know, have, do, be, in order to bring another person through a transformational experience with horses. In addition to that, you get to deepen in with your herd. You get to understand energy and read horses in a completely different way. You get to hang out in the energy of community with all these other people who are having discoveries. We talk about what the horses are doing. It's beautiful, just beautiful. And if you're wanting to connect at that next level, to go deeper and to be offering your herd and what they can offer others to other people, and you want the structures and the teachings, and you want somebody to guide you through to build your confidence so that you can do that, I'm here for you. I'm so proud of the level 1. It's rocked my world to see how people were asking me for years to do online. I was like, no way, you can't learn this work online. There's just absolutely no way. And the bottom line is, I did it because of COVID, and it was one of the best things I've ever done. And there were things that have happened and things that I see with this online teaching that is richer and more powerful than the on-sites ever were. And probably the biggest thing is you're working right with your herd immediately, and you are working together with them. You're developing that relationship, you're developing that communication, and then you're right there in your community starting to deliver experiences with people. In the fourth week of the program, you start bringing people in so they can experience this work with you and your horses. So it's gorgeous. I love it. Tons of video, audio, worksheets, 10 weeks totally filled up. And then weekly we get together on Zoom and talk about things and review your challenges and also celebrate your winnings. So anyways, that's level 1. It's going to come up again. Please keep your ears open for that. All right, I think I've probably talked enough. I have no idea. This is strange for me to do a video newsletter, but my hands are so tired from pushing snowblowers. So I might do a few of these this spring. Anyhow, from my heart to yours, from my herd to yours, be well, do your spring cleaning. You got this one life to live here on planet Earth. Make some decisions to do what you want to do. Whatever lights you up, follow it, because time goes fast, as we all know. All right, friends, hope to see you on the March call. Come into level 1, come to the workshop, and I hope you love, whoops, I've still got my screen shared. And I hope you love that image that I shared with you, Lori Prindle, our Oracle card deck through Blue Angel Publishing. So excited to have that come out. All right, enough about me. Let's have you come and have it be all about you. Okay, everybody. And again, this is Kathy Pike with the Academy for Coaching with Horses. So excited to share all this news with you and to share this beautiful card. And be sure to visit the website, www.coachingwithhorses.com, so you can get on my newsletter and be notified of upcoming programs and opportunities. Thank you. Bye.